Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me in today's pick a card reading. So today's topic that we'll be exploring will be, what message does the spirit guides have for you today that they want to talk about? So we're going to have three piles. Pile one will be with this gnome holding a shovel and some flowers and has a light pink hat. And then this dog card. Pile two, we have this gnome holding a lantern with a red hat and this fish card. For pile three, we have this gnome holding a watering can with a blue hat and then this book card. So go ahead, take a deep breath. And then choose the pile that draws you the most or your eyes focus on the most, and I'll meet you there. Hello, welcome to pile one. If you chose this cute little gnome with the shovel, flower, and pink hat, and or this dog card, you are in the right group. Actually, I'll put him over here. Welcome to pile one. So I actually did already pull some oracle cards for our energy check. So we did another Lenormand card and then 3 cards from the Pantha Tarot deck to give me a clearer message of what your spirit guides want to talk to you about today. So we have the Stars card. Actually, move this up a little bit. And then we have Indulgence with interaction, joy, friendliness. Evidence, detection, investigation, proof. How's that work? Actually, let's just put this here for now. And then third card is loneliness, dullness, disappointment, isolation. So my first feelings with these cards is this is regarding something around friendships. Or the desire for closer friendships. Let's see. The dog card in the Lenormand deck does refer to loyalty, friendships. When we think of a dog as, the man's best friend or female best friends too. It also has these red flowers, which to me remind me of fun, excitement, passion. And then the star card. In the background, there's the zodiac. And you see constellations in the background. It kind of reminds me of spirituality or connecting to the esoteric. So with these cards, it feels like there's a desire for friends or a friendship that you can rely on or that you can trust. This evidence card makes me think of someone that is maybe doubting what's being shown to you in the 3D, and you maybe have an intuition that these people are, or your current friend group or your current circle, the people that you're currently surrounded with, don't have your best interests or aren't as supportive as you would want them to be, and that is leading to a sense of loneliness, even though maybe outwardly you are surrounded by people and friends. And in case these numbers may be significant to you, for indulgence is card number 47, evidence is card number 55, and then loneliness is card number 31. But I think there's such a juxtaposition between this card where it reminds me of the Three of Cups, and they look like they're having a spa day. You know, they're enjoying themselves. So it feels like you're doing the things that you think are supposed to bring you joy with these people that are around you, but you have like a inner doubt, and you don't really feel like they click with you. But you don't have anything outwardly to show that. And it is leading to a sense of loneliness because you're not feeling that sense of fulfillment with the people that you're surrounded with, or the person that you're surrounded with. So the topic that Spirit seems to want to talk to you about today, or your guides want to talk to you about today, is around your support network or your friend group. So if this sounds like something that you're currently dealing with, or it resonates with you, feel free to stick around for the next section. I'm going to pull from a tarot deck and make sure I give myself some more space. Let's kind of overlap the cards. So I did pre-shuffle the tarot deck. Spirit, please help me connect to Pile 1's energy. Allow me to channel messages that provide them healing and information they need to align with their highest timeline. Thank you, Spirit. So what advice or messages do you want to share with Pile 1? These cards are kind of big. They're a little hard to shuffle, but we'll manage. So Spirit, what message do you want to talk about with Pile 1? Okay, that was quick. We have Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So the Pentacles is about stability, foundation, and Aces are about, you know, a new start. And then the Eight of Swords is a feeling of like mental imprisonment, like you're restrained in the current environment that you're in. Although it is mental, because in this picture, even though it seems like there's this person surrounded by swords, there is still a way out, which is in front of them. But they're not moving because they're scared. Let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards, Spirit, please. Get a clearer message. What message do you want to talk to about with Pile 1? What message do you want to share with Pile 1 today, please? Whoa. High Priestess. Card number 2, and then the Five of Swords, one more card, please. I might have to pull some clarifiers. Oh. So we have Three of Pentacles coming out with Wheel of Fortune, which is card number 10. Put them together. Okay. I do feel like these cards are aligning with the energy check we did with the High Priestess as the central energy. The High Priestess is someone that is tapped into their intuition, And it can also talk about secrets, and like the secret inner world, something that's hidden that the high priestess is aware of, but maybe no one else is. And this kind of reminds me of the evidence card. Again, there's a sense of, you feel like something's off. Maybe there's a person in your life or a group of people that you feel like is holding a secret from you. And the high priestess is surrounded by the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card about conflict or drama. And leading to this inner turmoil within you, feeling like you don't know which way is up or who to trust. And it does say on here that there's a sense of betrayal, because it's a card about, you know, fighting with other people, and they're leading to a sense of loss. But once you get a little bit further away from this drama about this secret or some hidden truth that was revealed, because I feel like it was revealed, because it led to this sense of loneliness. Maybe sort of like a dark night of the soul. And these cards kind of have similar coloring, makes me think that they're connected. And again, the stars is about, you know, almost like a higher power or your intuition and connecting with spirit to guide you through this. So though you feel alone, even in this picture, like this person is alone in it looks like a hospital room, but there's a light coming from the outside, as if it's like your guide's bringing in a sense of clarity or enlightenment during this dark time to help you move through this difficult period where maybe it led to a loss of some close friendships or a close relationship that you were not expecting. And then on the outer ends, so you do have, again, the Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So I think this feels like it was something that happened in your recent past that you've been dealing with, and you're kind of wondering, what now? Maybe are you going to find your people? Like, are you going to be able to find someone that you can trust, that has your back, that can be loyal to you? And I mean, well, for me, I see yes all around here. That just caught my eye just now. So I feel like Spirit's answer to your question, your guide's answer to that question is yes. You will be able to be surrounded by people that are reliable, trustworthy, that this situation won't happen again to you. And it says on here, an authentic start. And, you know, pentacles are about stability, a stable foundation. And although pentacles are slow-moving energy, it's slow-moving, but it's steady and it's strong. So I think you're heading in the right direction. That's the message I feel like Spirit wants to tell you. And then with the Three of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, you know, Three of Pentacles, again, is with these, whereas maybe your previous friends or this friend group or support group or network that you were surrounded by previously almost feels a little bit like it was superficial rather than the deep, meaningful relationships that you were looking for. And the Three of Pentacles is a card with, you know, three people. One person is seems like maybe helping them create something, but it's the card about collaboration and coming together, working together to build something meaningful. So this superficial energy, maybe from before, now you're going to be moving into a community or a support network of people that can build a solid foundation with you. And then the Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, turning the wheel, spinning the wheel, and your luck changing. So whereas previously you may have felt that your luck was pretty crappy and some rough times had happened that you had to go through, but now that you've gone through that, you've healed through that, you're bringing in a change in your luck. You're bringing in good luck into your life. So whatever rough situation that you've been through, you're coming out of that now. And your guides are here to tell you that your luck is changing and you're going to have that stable foundation that you've been yearning for. So we're going to pull some extra cards, oracle cards from this deck. I also pre-shuffled. Whoa. Okay. What additional messages do you have for pile 1? One more card, please. What additional messages? Okay. Interesting. Curse. It was upside down. So let me leave it. I feel like I need to leave it that way. Heart fog. And chasing. Can we please clarify curse? Spirit, please clarify the curse card. Oh, too many. I'll take the one that's on the bottom. Okay. Silence. I do feel like I left it upside down because I feel like this is the energy that's leaving your life. And it coincides with the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, where you felt like maybe you did feel like you were cursed or you had bad luck, that bad things always happen to you. But this is energy that you're moving away from now. And I think the silence with the loneliness, maybe you kind of retracted from the world to focus on yourself and do some self-healing. It says frozen, no words, stone wall. I think having that period of silence in your life was exactly what you needed to reset and come out of that heart fog. And what's drawing my eyes is blocked emotions. So I feel like the silence was needed for you to come out of those blocked emotions and to work through that so that you could do the healing that you need to do. And I am getting a feeling that the chasing card is referring to this feeling of desperation and trying to go after the things that you thought you wanted. And in order to get what you wanted, you felt like you needed to put in 150% effort, that you needed to chase it, that you had to go out and get it because it wouldn't come to you. Move this over. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards. So I feel like that's the energy that you are shifting out of now. Let's look at the energy that you're moving into. Spirit, what message do you have for pile 1 regarding the energy that they're moving into now that they've come out of this? What energy are they moving into? Whoa, okay, that's too many. I can't take all that. Just one more card, please, Spirit. What energy is Pile 1 moving into now that they've done the healing? Okay. And this was also upside down. I think I'll leave it because I don't feel like you're conflicted anymore. Maybe you were at one point, but now you're moving out of that. And there's a Ferris wheel in the back, so it does remind me of the Wheel of Fortune. So coming out of this inner conflict and maybe a feeling of indecision, I think it's now giving you the opportunity to start from scratch and decide for yourself what you want your world to look like from here on out. Who do you want to allow into your life? Can we please clarify, Fantasy Spirit? What message do you have for them? Releasing. Oh, it's beautiful. And in the condensation of the glass, it looks like the word go with an exclamation point. So it's, you're letting go, moving on, walking away. I feel like Spirit is very proud of you for doing that. And they want you to keep going. Please clarify, conflicted, Spirit. Please clarify, conflicted. Nourish. Oh, that's amazing. And again, it ties, almost reminds me of this. Versus this was something that you felt like you needed other people to give you that love and nourishment. Now it looks like the nourishment you're doing on your own. You're providing your own nourishment. And you don't need other people to validate you because you're validating yourself. And that will help you attract the types of people that will make you stronger and support you in that energy rather than bringing you down. All right, that's all messages I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe if you found any of these messages to be validating or clarifying. I would really appreciate it. See you next time. Hi, welcome to Pile 2. If you chose this fish card and or this gnome holding a lantern with a red hat, you are in the right pile. Welcome, Pile 2. So I did already pull some pre-shuffled oracle cards as an energy check regarding the message that that your guides want to share with you. So first card is letter number 27. This fish card is number 34. You also have the Pantha Tarot. First card is number 21, Sweetheart. This is pure, unconditional love, beloved. Number 40, Curse. Hate, catastrophe, misfortune. And number 28, Promise, responsible, confirmation, assurance. All right. So the energy I'm getting from these two cards, the fish is, they have actually coins or pentacles in their mouth. So this is a card traditionally talking about abundance or finances. And these are goldfish holding gold pieces in their mouth. So this could be either actual money, actual money concern, or it could be around reevaluating what you think is valuable or holds value in your life. And then the letter card. Combining with these. Sorry about that, I had to pause the video for a second. So the letter card can literally be about a letter that you received or a document that you received, or it can refer to just communication in general. So it feels like this is heavily focused around communication, around finances. And then combining it with these three cards, I thought was very interesting. With curse in the middle and sweetheart and promise on the ends, seems like there might have been financial surprises or something unexpected or something that didn't go according to plan within a relationship. Maybe it was you were planning the next stage of your relationship with a person, and there was some sort of surprise around finances, or things didn't add up as far as having the funds to get married or have a child or something like that. There's something that ended up not working out the way you wanted. And I don't think it was a literal curse. I mean, I don't actually believe in actual curses. If you give it power, then that's what lends power to the curse. But it could feel like there was a stroke of bad luck regarding something in a relationship that you have with a partner around finances. So if this resonates with you and aligns with what you're currently going through right now, and you want to hear the message from Spirit, let me go ahead and start the next section so we can pull some clarifying information and get a clearer message. So I did pre-shuffle already. Spirit, please help me connect to Pile 2's energy. Allow me to bring through clear, concise messages that can give them the information they need to align them with their highest timeline. Thank you, Spirit. So what message do you have for Pile 2? Okay. What message do you have for Pile 2? I got the 8 of Cups. What message do you have for Pile 2? Okay. I don't normally take reverses, but I feel like I need to leave this in reverse. So we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Cups. What message? Oh, I'll take the top card, Spirit. The Page of Cups. Make sure this fits. Two more cards, please. What message do you have for Pile 2? What message do you have for Pile 2? I feel like I'm supposed to take that card on the top too. What message do you have for Pile 2? The Sun card, and then 3 of Cups. Okay. And I actually didn't do this in pile 1, that's okay. The bottom of the deck energy is Page of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like I am getting somewhat of a clear message that this was about a relationship. that ended due to something falling through, perhaps around finances or around some broken promise. That I feel like that person claimed one thing and it turned out to not be true or not be the way that it was portrayed. And the Eight of Cups is about someone walking away from a situation, emotionally letting go and moving on. And can literally refer to a breakup. But just overall leaving, this looks like you walking away from this past situation. And I left this as reverse because I do feel like, yes, you did have the heartbreak that the Three of Swords represents, but I feel like this is a energy that you have been already working through and that you're moving through it. Like this is becoming your past. I don't feel like this is a current energy. So I do feel like the worst is over. I feel like that's the message that Spirit wants to tell you, is that the worst is over, that you are now in a period of recovery and healing, and you've done a great job with your healing thus far. The central energy for this reading is the Page of Cups. And it does say here on the side messages of love, but the Page of Cups is like a fledgling or young energy. So I think you're in a phase now where you're kind of maybe dipping your toe in the water of love, or opening up again to the idea of love. And with the Sun, it did come out in reverse, but I flipped it. But even with the Sun in reverse, it is still a very positive card, because this is late success but full of surprises, or partial success, happiness, changes. So I think same thing with the Three of Swords. I feel like maybe almost like it was partly cloudy. I know that's very cheesy to say, but that the sun was obscured at some point, and now the sun is coming out again. Like it was raining, stormy in your emotional world, in your life, metaphorically speaking, and you're coming out of that energy now and opening up to the joy in your life, which ties in with this Page of Cups, being willing to step out into the world again and put yourself out there. And the Three of Cups is a card about celebrating. So I think maybe not really celebrating some sort of win or victory, although you very well could be, over whatever financial distress. Maybe this was a marriage and you've divorced, or you're in the process of divorcing this person. And if that's the case, then the outcome or the end result is looking good. Like you will achieve success, abundance. You'll be able to celebrate. Maybe I should leave this reversed. No, I don't. That doesn't feel right. So yeah, I do feel like you're coming out of the shadows. Like this is from night to day almost. Even like storm clouds and night on the side. Now it's sun and bright skies on the future. So keep going. It looks like you are moving in the right direction, and Spirit is very proud of you, and they want to reassure you that happy times are coming. To keep going, like you're coming out of this energy. Maybe you feel like you're going to be stuck there forever, but that's not the case. And you're going to be able to enjoy your life soon. Okay, so we're going to pull from this Oracle deck to see what other messages Spirit has for you regarding this situation. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pile 2? I feel like I should pull this card. Okay, what messages do you have for Pile 2? What messages do you have for Pile 2? You had the Pride card, Emotional Storm, Exhaustion. Okay, whoa. What messages do you have for Pile 2? Got Escaping. One more card. Whoops. Okay, so we also got Mistakes and Twin Flame. But these cards all came in upside down. Let's do this. Again, I do feel like this is the energy that you're coming out of. Exhaustion, pride. I think for pride, it's really about detaching or not clinging so much to the ego. I think you've worked through that. And this for sure feels like it has been very exhausting. A very exhausting journey. It may not have concluded as quickly as you thought it would. But even in this card, the sun is coming up. So while this was in the dead of night, like this is already dawn breaking. So that does indicate to me again that you're moving out of this energy into the light. And I do feel like, because this was upside down, that you've been humbled by this experience, that you've learned a lot about yourself and about how strong you actually are. And maybe you surprised yourself with how strong you actually were going through this difficult situation that maybe came unexpectedly. And then we have Emotional Storm and Escaping. I do feel like that ties in with the exhaustion. It almost feels like this person's covering their face, like it was almost unbearable, like a dark night of the soul. And I think this is upside down because, again, you've already worked through this. Most of you already worked through these emotions, and they're no longer controlling you or keeping you down anymore. You've already escaped. And Mistakes upside down, I feel like it's because you've learned from your mistakes. And I find it interesting that it came with the Twin Flame card. And I'm also pretty skeptical about the concept of twin flames. It's inconclusive to me whether twin flames actually exist or not. But at the very least, it does refer to someone that reflects back to you the things that you need to heal within yourself. So this could be an internal reflection that this person or the situation revealed to you, the things that you need to work on or needed to work on to be better. Or this could actually refer to maybe someone that will be coming into your life now that you learn from your mistakes, that will align to the person that you are now, and the feelings would be mutual. Let me actually pull clarifier on twin flames. Spirit, what was the meaning for the twin flames card, please? Can you clarify twin flames? Please clarify twin flames. Okay, we've got distance upside down again. A lot of energy that you've worked through, and I can't help but feeling that Spirit is proud of you for all the work that you've done. It feels like learning from your mistakes has closed the distance between you and the person that you're meant to be with. I mean, I feel like this may not apply to everyone, but for some of you, I do feel like having gone through these difficult lessons and come out stronger for it, that has brought you, excuse me, closer to finding a divine counterpart or someone that matches your frequency as you are now. And that's actually really exciting if that is the case for you. Let me pull one more card just to be sure. Can you please clarify the twin flames card? Okay, beauty. Yep. Okay. I feel like that's confirmation that this person that you're closing your distance on, once you move out of this energy completely, once this is concluded, and it feels like it is, it feels like this has already all happened because we're all upside down. And you're bringing in that beautiful connection that you're looking for now. Someone that will be kind-hearted, graceful, charming, provide you the support that you deserve, that you will learn and grow together rather than on your own. Oh, it's a really beautiful message for you guys. I think that's all the messages that I'm getting from this. I hope that helped. I hope you find the healing and the peace that you've worked very hard to get. And I wish you the best of luck. If you like this reading, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, that will help very much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, welcome to pile 3. If you chose this gnome holding a watering can with a blue hat, and or number 26, the book card, you're in the right pile. Welcome, pile 3. Put them over here. So I did pre-shuffle and pull a few more oracle cards to help with an energy check and to clear up what message Spirit wants to share with you today regarding what topic. So the next card we got for your deck, for your pile, is number 19, the Tower. And then the Pantha Oracle deck, we got number 49, Saving, Preservation, Collection, Meanness. I'm not sure what that means. Number 4, Pride, Self-Esteem, Self-Worth, Ego. Reminds me of the Emperor card, number 4. And then we also got number 8, Alliance, Trust, Honest, Compatibility. We also had the Dog card in pile 1. If you felt drawn to that pile, feel free to check that one out as well. If not, that's okay. Just wanted to point it out. This reminded me of that image we saw with pile 1. Okay. So The book card in the Lenormand deck does refer to, quite literally, learning, education. And there's a pomegranate with a candle lit here. Kind of makes me think of someone that is very hardworking, very focused on the self, and focused on self-learning, self-education, just kind of personal growth and development above all else. And with the Tower card, it's actually, my initial thoughts, it reminded me of the Tower. I mean, it even does have some imagery that reminds me of the Tower from the traditional tarot deck. But for Lenormand, it does refer to actually someone living in a tower, either as a way to protect themselves and keep others out, or as like a way to create a boundary and distance from others. So it does again remind me or make me feel that the message is around the solitude and almost hermit energy that you've been in, and the emphasis on focusing on yourself leading to solitude. So I feel like this is a card very much about, or these cards are talking about kind of being detached. Same thing, kind of get the same energy from this Pride card as well. Is like, almost looks like a CEO or with a crown, an emperor or a king, but they're kind of by themselves. And again, around ego, focusing on the material world and material success at the expense of, those around you and creating those connections. So maybe there's an imbalance that has happened, whereas you would typically want a work-life balance. This feels like more work and less life, living life. And the cards surrounding this Pride card are saving and alliance. Saving kind of coincides with this Pride card of focusing on material wealth, material gain, career, and just trying to build your money. And then alliance, even though it has a dog and their owner, presumably, or their, human friend, alliance still feels very strategic. Rather than being genuine, or not that it's not genuine if you form an alliance with those around you, but it feels more transactional. Like, it almost makes me think of maybe in this card that, this dog is kind of, it's receiving love, but they're faced away. They're looking away at something else. They're distracted. And that's the kind of feeling I'm getting, is you do have people in your life that care about you, that want the best for you, and when you can, you do give them some of that love and affection back, but for the most part, you are focused on material gains and protecting yourself, and maybe using that as a way to distance yourself, or an excuse to distance yourself. Could be, physically, like this tower, or metaphorically, kind of putting a wall between yourself and your loved ones. And this is what Spirit wants to talk to you about. Make sure this is all on the camera. Okay. So if this sounds like the energy you're currently sitting in and a message you want to hear, let's go ahead and pull from the tarot deck. I did already pre-shuffle. So Spirit, please help me connect with Pile 3. Allow me to bring through clear, concise messages that give them the information they need to hear so that they can align with their highest timeline. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So what message do you want to discuss with Pile 3 today, Spirit? What message do you want to discuss with Pile 3 today? What messages do you want to give Pile 3 today? What messages do you want to give Pile 3 today? You have Temperance. What messages do you have for Pile 3 today, Spirit? What messages do you have for Pile 3? Now let's flip this over. 6 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. What messages do you have for Pile 3 today, please? What messages do you have for Pile 3? I feel like that card wanted to come out. Hold on, let me pull that out. You have the Chariot card. It did come in reverse, but I flipped it. We'll look at both sides of it. What messages did you want to discuss with Pile 3 today, please? What messages do you want? Take the top card. Actually, I'll take both. There's only 2. 4 of Swords, that was in reverse. 8 of Swords. Okay, we do have, for the central energy of this message, is the 8 of Pentacles. And again, I still feel the energy of someone diligently working hard. Let me not, I won't minimize that you're putting a lot of energy into making sure that you are manifesting the abundance that you deserve. And it does say diligence, savings. So this is very much a reading about your focus on your material wealth or your material world. And Spirit does want to say, I mean, with this Chariot and although the Chariot was reversed, but Chariot and the 6 of Wands, these are cards about people in their prime, successful people, making moves, the Emperor energy, again, like the being assertive to get what you want, to achieve victory. But I do feel like the reverse energy for the Chariot kind of applies here, because yes, you are getting the wealth, the success, the career, ladder climbing that you're looking for, but it feels like it's a little bit to the extreme, to the detriment of other parts of your life. And for me, what stands out on here is reckless action, incomplete relationship. So I feel like Spirit is trying to gently remind you that yes, it is important that you make sure you have a roof over your head, you have all your material needs met, but that's not why we're here on earth. We're here to be of service to others, to build relationships, to express love, and not just self-love, self-focused, but also to share that with the people around you as well, so that we all lift each other up. And this was also reversed. We'll talk about that as well. With the Temperance card, that's the feeling I'm getting, is there's a need for balance in your life. Like you have spent a good chunk of your recent past, or maybe the past few years, maybe most of your life, focusing on the material. And now it's time to find that balance between not just the material, but your spiritual, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being. Just like this angel is balancing the liquids in this cup, I think Spirit is urging you to step back a little bit, and with the Four of Swords, pull back just a little bit, slow down just a little bit from this, Chariot energy, and allow yourself to reflect. I think this came in reverse because you haven't been sitting in quiet to do the self-reflection, to gain the inspiration from Spirit or from your guides, and they're asking you to take a break. You've been very busy, maybe on purpose, or maybe it was subconscious, unintentional. But I do feel like you need the break, because otherwise it's going to lead to, this feels like, the Eight of Swords feels like, in this case, burnout. It's a slavery on here. It does feel like you're slaving away, almost like you're slaving away to your job or to your money, and ignoring everything else because you're blindfolded. You're not paying attention to anything else. Can we get some more clarity on Temperance, please? Spirit, please clarify Temperance. Let me make sure that I share the correct message. Please clarify. Oh, and I think I have the plus card. Strength also came in reverse. And maybe, and take this if it resonates, if it doesn't, please leave it for the person that, this message is for. But maybe this extreme focus on work, on the material, is due to self-doubt, insecurities around your ability to develop meaningful relationships that will last, whether that is friendships or with a partner or counterpart, significant other. Just most relationships in your life, maybe in the past, have been hard. And so you switched your focus from love and relationships and building meaning with other people to your career or your material gains, because that was easier. So I do feel like in order to flip this upright with Temperance, and these are two major arcana, so this is a major lesson with the Chariot, a major lesson for you to learn. It's finding that balance, and that requires you to slow down a little bit with the Four Swords. Instead of just building alliances, building relationships with meaning. And that is going to require some courage. But Spirit wouldn't have brought this up if you couldn't do it. So I think this is your nudge to take that step and start redirecting some of your energy back into your family, your relationships, your friendships. Otherwise, I feel like it will lead to burnout. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some more messages with this Oracle deck. I did pre-shuffle this as well. What other messages do you have for pile 3? Please, Spirit. What other messages do you have for pile 3? I feel like I have to pull this card as well. Your family. Apology. More cards. What other messages do you have for pile 3, please, Spirit? What other messages? Distance in the reverse. What other messages do you have for pile 3, please? What other messages do you have for pile 3, please? Influences. What other messages do you have for pile 3, please? Peace. Can you please clarify apology? Please clarify apology. Whoa, too many cards. I don't want to take boundaries and silence. Okay, and then any other card I want to clarify. Let's clarify why peace is upside down. Okay, you. Let's pull these cards down. You may not be able to see it. I'll put them up here for now. Okay. I mean, okay, family, I feel like it's pretty clear. I don't think this really is about, maybe it is, about you wanting to start a family or having that distant idea of, because they're looking off into the stars, so this feels like something that you long for, but up until this point, you really have not taken seriously. And Spirit is asking you to, that the time is now, like asking you to start making steps in the direction of creating the family that you want. Or that is, if you're not partnered yet, finding or putting energy into investing in another person, into a relationship. If you already have your own family, your own significant other, spouse, or whatever other family dynamic that you long for, to start putting more energy into it, because this has come over the Temperance. So it makes me think that you're needing balance in your family life. With apology, I do feel like this is something that you've put off for a long time. And maybe your family, your friends, your loved ones have gently pointed out to you that, hey, maybe you're focusing on work too much, you know, I miss you, or things like that. And maybe you have apologized, but I feel like you want to not just apologize with words, but with actions. And that requires refocusing your energies. And the Silence card being upside down makes me think that it says frozen stone wall, that the apology is about stepping out from behind that stone wall, stepping away from these boundaries, and kind of coming out of hiding, coming out from this tower where you've locked yourself up for however long you've been in there, and start actually living your life. So maybe this is an apology, an actual apology to others, or making steps in that direction to apologize with actions. And this being over the Eight of Pentacles, upside down distance, I do feel like you do want to close the distance. You do want to stop the separation in that space. You've been solitary long enough. Let me actually clarify the influences card. Please clarify influences, Spirit. Please clarify influences, Spirit. Okay. Commitment. I feel like all of these tie in together. Because peace is upside down. I mean, well, balance, harmony, friendship ties directly to temperance and the need for balance. So that makes sense. But again, this is around your desire for commitment and building a family. And maybe there were outside influences kind of muddying your thoughts, and this almost feels like a peer pressure card, like your outside parties, your family, someone in your life telling you that this should be done this way or that way, and it confusing you. Maybe you want to be with a particular person, but you feel like you can't because you don't think that X, Y, and Z person would approve, or that being in that relationship would bring ridicule, or being in that commitment would cause rumors or gossip. But I do feel like Spirit is telling you ultimately that this is the direction that you should start directing your energy into, is family, commitment, closing that distance in your life from others. Oh, I forgot about this. Only you with the peace. So I do feel like for some of you in watching this pile, it is about a particular person that you are attracted to, that you feel like you should not move toward at this time. I do feel like there is going to be divine intervention, divine guidance from your guides, from angels, from Spirit, to help clear up some of these obstacles. But that is also going to require work from you to maybe brush away or push aside some of these outside influences that are confusing you. All right. I hope these messages brought you some clarity, validation, comfort on what your next steps should be. If you found this reading helpful, please like or subscribe. It will really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.